Hi, I'm Allison Johs from Legal Ease Consulting, and I recently did a series of videos on decision fatigue and the toll it can take on us. One example of decision fatigue is the exhaustion that comes from constantly trying to figure out what kind of content we're going to create for our marketing materials, whether that be newsletters, social media posts, podcast episodes, presentations, or web pages. It can be exhausting and overwhelming. You may even feel like you've already covered every possible topic you could cover. So how do you come up with fresh content to keep your audience interested? One way is by repurposing. I've talked about repurposing before, mostly in the context of taking the day-to-day work that you do and turning it into marketing content. But repurposing your existing marketing content is also a solid strategy. If that content is a little outdated, it might just need a refresh, whether that be a new example or a talk about current trends or changes in the area. If the content is evergreen, you could just repost it as is. But you want to be careful that you're not constantly reposting exactly the same content in exactly the same format for exactly the same audience. Instead, consider transforming that piece of content into another format. For example, take a text post and turn it into an infographic. Pull that transcript from your video and post it as an article or a text post, and maybe even add some images for interest. Turn an article into a slide presentation or a podcast episode. Turn your podcast episode or slide presentation into a video. With today's AI tools, there are so many ways that you can do this easily. So how are you going to transform your content? Tell me in the comments and take a look at the links below for more ideas of how to generate content.